Welcome back to Double Barrel Cinema, where cult classics and box office bangers go back to back like summer drive-ins of old. Tonight we have a superhero family showdown, one movie that was never meant to be seen, and one that ultimately changed the game. Tonight we have Roger Corman's Fantastic Four and Pixar's The Incredibles. I'm going to get this said right off the bat. 9 times out of 10, I don't advocate for piracy or bootlegs. That being said, this movie was never meant to be seen at all. You can watch this and the documentary I'm going to talk about on YouTube. But if something is not readily available and you want it and you want to support it, buy a bootleg. The only other bootlegs that I can think of is I have the despecialized editions of the Star Wars trilogy, but Disney and Lucasfilm have gotten plenty of my money, so I don't want to hear it. First up, we have the 1993, intended for 1994 release of Roger Corman's Fantastic Four. Shot for just over $1 million, never released and technically never supposed to have been seen at all. They made it just to retain the rights. Here's the twist, though. It is not a cynical mess at all. It is actually a more interesting, albeit scrappy and awkward movie and a better representation of the Fantastic Four, especially Doom, than even some of the modern versions of it. I would definitely watch this over probably Rise of the Silver Surfer and anything over 2015's Fan Four Stick. It's a movie so bad I don't even own it. The cast genuinely cared, thinking that this would be their big break. The crew did what they could with the budget they had. Sincerity is in every frame. And you can tell that people genuinely tried to make this the best they could. If you really want to understand what happened, though, you should check out the documentary Doomed, the untold story of Roger Corman's Fantastic Four. It's tragic, it's oddly inspiring, and honestly more compelling than the movie itself. Is it great? Not by any means, but it's got charm, passion, and more soul than half the blockbusters we've seen since. It's a time capsule of a Marvel movie before Marvel even knew what it had. Second movie, we're going to jump forward a decade and boom, Pixar drops The Incredibles. Same basic setup, superpowered family trying to hold it together under pressure. But this time, everything clicks perfectly. I still think it's the best Fantastic Four movie we've ever got. Brad Bird gives us heart, humor, action, and a story about identity, purpose, and growing older in a world that seems to have moved on. You can literally feel this movie refining everything every Fantastic Four movie has been reaching for. Elastigirl nails stretchy powers, Mr. Incredible nails emotional burnout, and Syndrome, a better supervillain than half of the MCU, and that's not a dig at it. And on top of that, the MCU doesn't have Edna Mode, who let alone deserves her own trilogy. Now, why would you put these two together? It's easy. They're telling the same story from opposite ends of the spectrum. It's about family, not to quote Dom Toretto. It's about power and trying to stay human in a world that expects you to be super. One film had no budget and no chance. The other had all the tools and talent to pull it off. Watching them together, you get the full arc. You'll see what a superhero storytelling could have been and what has definitely become. So in conclusion, Roger Corman's Fantastic Four may have been buried, but it still had heart under all that foam rubber, and The Incredibles, still one of the best superhero movies ever made, animated or otherwise. Together, they're a weirdly perfect double build, one doomed, one triumphant, and both about families just trying to hold it all together. Give them a watch, put in the comments what you thought about it, and we'll see you next week.